Hello there. So, in today's news, there was a high speed car chase here in Florida that was really comical, but at the same time, it was really serious and dangerous. This guy led a high speed car chase from North Homestead through Broward and back down through Miami, and eventually he got caught and stopped. And it was just took a lot of effort on the part of law enforcement to safely stop this guy and prevent him from hurting other people. And so it got me to thinking about what it is people think about when they make the decisions that they make. Now, apparently, this particular incident started off of a some type of that we didn't even really know what happened. It's some type of incident that occurred that caused this guy to steal another car, clipped a police officer's vehicle, and then it went on the high speed chase. So they don't really even know the origins of what happened. And so this guy really reacted and responded out of desperation. And what I want to urge you and encourage you to do is to make sure you stop and really think about the decisions that you make in your life and the consequences behind it. Because now this guy is facing multiple charges. He's crossed multiple jurisdictions. So now, it's possibly some felony charges going on here because he got desperate. Decisions made out of desperation always equal disaster. That is my formula. I've been saying that for a couple of years now. I mean, people who know me know that I've always kind of said that. But now you guys know it too. But decisions plus desperation equals disaster. Always. So when you're desperate, don't make any major decisions. Don't make any decisions. Stop. Think. Reach out and get some counseling, talk with people, get some advice on how you should handle whatever situation, whatever it is that you've got to think about, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Don't make a decision when you're desperate. Step back, assess the situation, figure out what's going on, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's got to suffer those consequences. And if you are close to people, or if that decision affects other people, now you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting those other people and anyone else who's potentially attached to those people. So just think about the decisions that you make. I know a lot of times, things get stressful, but you've got to find an outlet to deal with that stress. But you also have to figure out a way to be able to handle the things that come up. And this is why it's important for you to have some type of support system, people you can call upon to talk to, different things like that, because you never know. It's easy for everyone else to take a step back and look and see, well, you could have did this and you could have did that and da-da-da, da-da-da, but they aren't you and they aren't in that situation. And it's easy for us to be on the outside looking into what someone else should be doing. But when you're faced with that situation, you probably would make a different decision because it's not you. You're on the outside. But when you're on the inside and it's you and it's happening to you, it's a different story. So one, we should be careful how we, look at other people's decisions, but at the same time, be supportive. How supportive are we of other people, particularly when they're facing tough situations? Because at the end of the day, we're all going to face some tough situations, and it's going to cause us to make some really hard decisions. But how we make those decisions really depends on our frame of mind and the type of advice and wisdom and support system that we have. So be the support system to someone else that you would want them to be to you, and if not them, someone else to be to you. Because at the end of the day, you have no idea, and I mean no idea, when disaster is going to strike your door. You might say, well, what are you talking about? Hey, anything. And I mean anything. It doesn't always have to be an emergency like the loss of a loved one, someone getting sick, going in a hospital, someone stealing your car, your wallet, your money. It could be anything. Just think of all the possibilities and things that could come your way. Be sensitive to other people, because what you do for someone else, trust me, it cycles back to you. So think about that. But I just want to make sure that everybody knows that don't make any decisions out of desperation. When you're helping someone else in a desperate situation, think about the situation from all angles and help them come to a resolution that is beneficial. And if you can't be bold enough and be honest enough and mature enough to say, this is a situation I can't help you with. Maybe you need to seek different type of counseling. Maybe you need more professional help, but be willing to do that. So it's kind of that do unto others type thing. And I know I have two different points going here, but overall what I'm saying is, one, don't make any decisions out of desperation, and two, if you're helping someone else make a decision when they're desperate, think about what you would want someone to do for you. And so, just kind of keep those things in mind. But definitely always think about the possibilities of the actions, of the consequences of your decisions, because in this guy's instance, so many people could have been hurt. Lives could have been lost because he's going 100 miles an hour in city streets, not just on the highway, because he crossed highways, he crossed city streets, he was in neighborhoods. And we're grateful that this was during a time when school was not out, because he could have hit children. This could have gone so many different ways, but currently, that we know of, no one got hurt. They were able to get him get the situation under control. And so, one, don't be desperate. Please don't make any decisions when you're desperate. Two, have a support system in place to help you, when you're when you feel like your back is up against a wall, because that really is what it's about. I think this guy probably could have come out better had he had a better support system. On the other hand, the police did a great job, from aerial support to ground to on the ground. They did it in a way, they stayed back when they need to stay back, so they didn't cause any unnecessary collateral damage or any type of harm to the general public that was in the wake of him. And this guy was driving in the opposite direction on the wrong side of the road. We are not in the UK or anywhere else where they drive on the left side of the road. We drive on the right side of the road. He was on the left, he was on the right, he was crossing medians. I mean, he was very erratic in his behavior and what he did. And so kudos to the police for what they did to try to safely bring this guy to a halt. And it was just one person when they pulled him out of the car and arrested him. It was just one person in the car, but it was just, it's so many different ways that this could have gone. I'm grateful that this guy didn't have a gun and was ready to shoot out anything or anyone. So from the perspective of the police department, what they did was they assessed the situation. They came together. They had a plan. They figured out what he was doing. Even though it was erratic, there was still a pattern in his driving behavior, and they were able to, implement a strategy. And that's what you want to do. You want to have a support system so strong that they can see the strategy, see the plan, and be able to help you come to a solid resolution that's safe and not harmful for everyone involved. So just something to think about. Just make sure that that don't make any decisions when you're desperate, because it always ends in disaster. So this is me, the Classified Lady, signing off. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Have a fantastic day. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.